Hi everyone, Chillax here and welcome back to another Anchor Panic video. So today I'm going to be going over the top meta teams for Advanced Arena. Basically first going over what Advanced Arena is, as well as what rewards you can get from this. I'll go over some suggestions regarding how to build your offensive and defensive lineups. A lot of it will have to do with the kind of opponents that you end up facing, because currently it's very difficult to build three solid teams. There will be one team that can blow out any good team, and so you just have to do your best and pay attention to which position the opponent's best team is, so you can kind of dodge it with your throwaway team. So anyways, without further ado, let's begin. So Advanced Arena is this game mode right here, and it is seasonal like the normal mode, in which every 30 days you will get a cash out of different tiered rewards depending on how well you perform. And what I like about this game mode is that even if you don't end up performing very well, you do end up with some very valuable materials. For instance, if you are a top 200 player, which is very easy to do as a free-to-play, then you will end up with minimum 18 empowered nuclei, which can be used to upgrade your SSR sigils. And these resources are not cheap, guys. If you wanted to buy 100 of these empowered nuclei from the shop, for instance, like a pay-to-win shop, you would need to spend at least 25 USD. So to be able to even get a fifth of that, every month is pretty good. Not to mention, every week you will also, at top 200, be getting 3 of these. So each month you can reasonably get 12 plus an additional 18. You can get 30 empowered nuclei just by putting minimal effort in this game mode. So I know a lot of people may get discouraged by this game mode because you feel like, oh well, I can't build 3 teams anyways. I cannot even build 2. Why should I even care about this game mode? But I'm telling you guys, the rewards here are very good. You get crystal ashes for summoning operators, so you shouldn't skimp on this game mode. And you get arena licenses, which you can exchange in the shop, the supply shop, for summon tickets, sigil summons, and you can exchange also for more of these, or I can actually show you the shop. Yeah, typically from the supply shop with these arena licenses, you can exchange for link permits, reagents for summoning your sigils, and typically I would recommend either the Empower Nucleus or the Model Reinforcement is for remodeling your models, and then any leftover you can buy crystal cores to upgrade your skills. Okay, so now that we've talked about rewards and the importance of actually trying in this game mode, let's go over team building. Now my attack and defense formation are roughly the same, so I'm going to go over my personal attack formation. So just to give you guys a heads up, this second team is more my throwaway team, but it might look like a solid team from your perspective. But I do want to mention the concept of throwaway teams, because one thing you can do is, when you're rewatching the replays, like let's say I lost to Eucaly, usually I will have won at least one match, and in this case it was this. So I'll be like, okay, which of these 2 matchups can I put my throwaway team in order to win next time? Unfortunately, Yoki's a very solid player, so all 3 of his teams are solid. But if, say, I was going against a weaker opponent, right, I would look for, okay, which team does not look well built. And you can tell because maybe they'll be like level 72, they'll use some units you wouldn't normally run. That would be considered a throwaway team. So, let me see if I can find an example. It's kind of hard to tell what I would say the first team is a throwaway team. So if I wanted to 3-0 against this guy and I had a difficult time doing so, I would probably put my weak team. I would move this team to match 1 and move my Electro team with my Abyssal, Alicia, and Karanissa to match 2. But somehow my Throwaway team beated one of his good teams. So yeah, eventually you will get to a point where you can build 3 solid teams, but just take note of which team is performing the worst, and that will be your Throwaway team. And you can, once you've gotten a couple matches in, once you start facing the same opponent, you can start, moving your teams around by holding down and dragging, if it'll work. Okay, long press and drags. I think that for the offensive it's bugged. It's not actually dragging, but you can usually hold down and drag it, but I think it's bugged right now. Anyways, enough spent on that. Let's go over the teams. So my first team is a Electro team. Lightning team, I should say. Now we're waiting for the Lightning tank to release, which should be this Thursday, December 11th, if I recall correctly. And so this will free up my Flicker to move to a different team. But for right now, I do need a tank on both sides, front and back. For the front, I have my Abyssal, Alicia. Back, I have my my Flicker. So holding down the front and back positions. And then these are the traditionally safe zones. The only heroes that can threaten these 2 positions right here are Eucaly and Abyssal, Alicia. The only hero operator who can threaten this position are Dwalin and Rose. So I do like this formation very much. If you are having a tough time deciding which of these 6 to choose, my recommendation is go with this. As you can see, I trust this formation very much. I do it for all 3 teams. So essentially the way this works is that you want your Speed Tuner Echo. And by the way, guys, if you want to excel in Advanced Arena, you will want to max out the speed of your turn. So just an Echo. So just to show you my turn has 274 speed, which to my knowledge is the most speed that you can have on any operator. The way you achieve this is by having her signature sigil, which already provides speed, 6.6%, along with a max empowered speed stat, which will provide a plus 80. And then for the model set, you're going to go the full defensive to keep turn tanky, but for the offset, you're going to go with 2-piece speed. I don't think you get more speed by going 4-piece. Yeah, it doesn't look like you do. So 2-piece is all you need. This will take you over the top to get enough speed to overtake the opponent's turn, unless they are a max speed turn on the defense. Because the way this game works is when you have a speed tie. So let's say I have a maxed out speed turn, opponent has a maxed out speed Echo. Their Echo will move before my turn, because that's the tiebreaker. Whoever's defending will go first. So I just wanted to point that out. But that's how you get the highest speed turn. So I need to do the same thing for my Echo. My Echo's not quite there, and it's costing me matches. Yeah, so I need to fix this. I need to, I used to go for precision, but I think what I'll end up doing is going 2 block rate, 2 precision, and 2 speed. That way I can overcome the speed tie. I will be able to, with my energy burst, shut off 40% of the opponent's energy burst up. So like if they have 5 operators and I have a 2-piece precision, I'll have 41% accuracy of turning off an enemy's energy burst. So if the enemy has 5 opponents, 40% chance I can probability wise expect to cause 2 of my enemies to not energy burst on turn 2. So I would go 2 speed, so that would be this one right here, 2 raging wave, 2 precision, and 2 block rate, and that'll maximize the survival as well. Of course, I could stick with the 4 precision and just go 2 speed, but in an advanced arena, you will likely need Echo to hold down the line. So 2-piece Echo is the cheapest minimalist investment to really ramp up your defenses. Yeah, so anyways, I digress. My sigil, as you can see, is not... I think I rolled yesterday and I got level 8, but it's not enough. I need to get level 10 for 20 extra speed. Yeah, so anyways, side note about that. Yeah, so when it comes to team formations, you want at least 2 main DPSs. In this case, this is a very greedy comp, but I didn't really have... I wanted to use my Ling, so Ling, if you want Karanissa to pick up KOs, you need to have Ling on your team. So it makes sense, these are like 2 peas in a pod, you should have both. And then Abyssal Alicia, also DPS, but also holding down the front lane here. I do acknowledge that my Karanissa is exposed on this lane from an opposing Abyssal Alicia, but I don't think an Abyssal Alicia on the opponent's side can do that without creating some weakness elsewhere, so I just take the risk. Okay, and then for the second lane, or second team, this is my Throwaway team. The way this works is that I'm running double tank in the front and the back. I like Antelope a lot. Antelope is kind of the glue for this team because once I get her A6, I'll be shielding round 1 100% of the time, kind of like what Flicker does at the start of the match, the start of the match. And each turn, Antelope does it just for the start of the match. The possibility to just auto proc her energy burst, which provides a shield for everyone. So anyways, currently my Antelope has a 40% chance to apply an energy shield at the start of round 1, which not only protects my units from being one-shotted, but also when the shield is broken, it'll heal my allies as well. So it's quite nice. And then my Quasar provides additional damage reduction. I do admit that I have an exposed Centauria and Lengjiao. I put my hyper carry in the safest position possible, but I do have to say, if I face an opposing Rose along the opposite of that position, my Eucaly's in trouble. But this is a Throwaway team, so it is what it is. Okay, and then the third team is this Quantum team with a Rose Splash. This is actually an iteration of my old standard arena team that was running Tiya and Rose. So basically, double healer here. I have shields from Lilira, but Lilira's heals are not enough, so I have Strain to provide some support as well as to buff the damage output of my 2 carries. And yeah, I basically have my Tiya and Rose in the 2 safest lanes I could find. Tiya is under the greatest threat because a lot of top players now, they will put their Abyssal Alicia on this lane, but I don't really have much choice. I have to put her here or here. Although a lot of people are putting Abyssal Alicia here now too. Yeah, but this team works really well because, Turn will act first, and then you have, your Strain here. Or what am I talking about? So Turn will speed tune, make everyone faster. My Tiya moves very fast. As you can see here, she has 242 speed. So she'll usually move second, and then she'll create the void so that when the enemy starts moving, they will have a probability of taking damage every time they act. And then every time I act, my Rose will be doing damage. So the enemy ends up dying very quickly. So those are my 3 teams. Now, other teams that I want to highlight that I run into in my matchups. Let's see here. if you want a good ice team, this is very good. So this is an Eucaly, Abyssal, Lengjiao ice team, and running this cross formation to protect the front and back lane. This team has the potential to get blown out by an Abyss Alicia on this side or this side. Uh, but actually, if I was to counter this team, I would probably put my... Actually, that's the challenge, right? I can't really... I would... That's the problem with running too many squishy units. You cannot exploit positioning without exposing your own. But yeah, this is a very solid comp if you want to consider it. Good job, Yoki. And this is also this is another example of how to position your Tiya and Rose. Yeah, but this is my throwaway team, so I'm not sweating it too much. And then naturally, yeah, this one won against this matchup here. Yes. And then, let's see, any teams worth noting? No, I took that out. And then, okay. A lot of players are running this. Oh, Remy's really good. Okay, this will be, okay. Oh, yes, yes. So this is a very good Lightning team. I'm actually thinking about copying him, if he doesn't mind. This is a very solid team, you know why? Because his Abyss Alicia is protecting the Karanissa. Because right now, a lot of people are running Rose teams, especially now that the Rose banner's out. And so the previously safe zone is no longer safe. So instead of putting Karanissa here or getting blown out here, why not put her here, get protected by Abyss Alicia so that Abyss Alicia and Eucaly cannot threaten this lane. Rose usually will be here, and Karanissa is not on the opposite side. So Karanissa is safe. And if Abyss Alicia is here, well, Antelope can handle that pretty well. This is smart. I like this team very much. Formation. And then this is interesting. So I think on paper this is equally matched, but his turn is faster than my Echo. Remember what I mentioned before, that my Echo needs to be a little bit faster. His turn, most top players, their turn has 80 speed on their sigil. So yeah, so this will work quite well. And with the offensive pressure that the double fighting type provides, then you know this is quite potent there. I keep forgetting what this person's name is. Who is she? Let me check. Because I don't really run her. Yen. If you are looking for a second fighting type to complement Rose, because you know most people run Rose by herself, but if you really want to take advantage of the elements, like run 2 fighting, I think Yen is an excellent partner to Rose, and Remy believes that for sure. So okay, any other team to showcase? There's fewer teams to show just because the best team outshines the next best team by a lot. No, you know, I think that in Advanced Arena people don't put as much effort into it. Like Bugsy, I think is I think he's most people, they don't have 3 fully built teams. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of modifications. So I'll leave it there because I don't think there's any other good teams to show you guys. So hopefully you found this informative. If you have any questions or need some assistance with your teams, you can leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll try to help you out. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, guys.